Y'all boy. Now I was very late on Arrow. I didn't watch Arrow until Flash season 4 came out. And I missed the hype. I missed all of it. But, I went back and I watched it. I watched the first season. I was like, oh, okay. I see how y'all little work, Batman at Home is working. I see that. It's cool. Season 2 was a little shaky and it fell off at that point. But one thing that is undeniable is that Arrow carried the CW for a second until Flash came and took that over. And so actor Stephen Amell definitely deserves some props for that, right? Now, the problem here is that we are currently in an actor strike, right? And one of the things that the actor strike says, one of the things that the union talks about is an actor can go to conventions, they can go to these different expos and stuff like that, but you cannot promote past work. So if you did something in the past, you can't talk about it. If you did something in the future, you can't talk about it. You cannot promote stuff because all it does is help make the studio money, right? And according to, I'm assuming to the unions, they're like, yo, this is one of our rules. When we're on strike, this is how things have to go. Okay, cool. Well, not too long ago, there was a vote on whether or not actors will even go on strike, right? Like you have to vote to authorize the union to even proceed with striking. And while the vast majority of the actors did agree on going on strike, you still had like a couple that just didn't agree. And one of them was Stephen Amell. Now, Stephen Amell did not support striking, and he criticized the actor strike and talked about how frustrating it was. Okay, so one of the things he said here, and this was at a fan convention, like Comic-Con or something like that. And he said here, I support my union. I do. And I stand with them, but I do not support striking. I don't. I think it's a reductive negotiating tactic, and I find the entire thing incredibly frustrating. And I think the thinking as it pertains to shows like the show that I'm on, Heels, that premiered last night, I think it's myopic. Bruh. Here's the thing. Stephen Amell is totally entitled to his opinion. There's nothing wrong with him being against striking. I think the problem here is the fact that you're voicing these concerns while you're striking. So when you sit here and say, I support my union, yeah, go team. But then you sit here and say, I hate striking, bro. You lost the vote. And I understand you can be against striking, but you lost the vote, and your team that you signed up for, by the way, did nobody force you to be in the union. You signed up to join this team. Your team is actively striking. You were outvoted by like 98%. So again, that's fine that you made that vote. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You are entitled to make that vote. But what you're saying is going against what your team is doing, and that does not help. Imagine like a football team that's like trying to make a play or whatever, they going to the playoffs or whatever, and the coach said, yo, we gonna do this, and the team said, yeah, we gonna do this, and that one player that was like, nah, man, we should have passed the ball. Like, bro, are you a team player? Because there's always gonna be disagreements inside the house. There's always gonna be that. But it's also about the public facing of it. And sometimes you have to watch what you say, when you say it, and how you say it, even if you feel like you're right. But this is the problem that went ahead, because this was not like just a one-off thing. What ended up happening was my man kept going on with this energy beyond that. Now, again, keep in mind the union that he signed on for, that he pays dues to, that he said he supported, that have the rules to say don't promote past work or current struck work. This man was still out here doing the most. He was out here on this video promoting his show, Heels. I don't know. Have y'all seen Heels? Anybody even watch that? I don't know. But he's out here trying to be slick with it. You know, you see his face. Look at his face. Trying to put the billboard up there and all that. Like, bro, this is clearly a violation of the rules. It's clearly a violation. Like, they told you don't promote your stuff. We know it sucks. We know it's hard, but that's literally the part and the point of striking. So while he's still out there, you know, doing the most, I want to actually play this. Do I have this? I want to play this for y'all because I really want to drive home a point of what is happening with what he said. Let's listen up here. Okay, so this is him at a convention. I want to say it was like a month ago or weeks ago or something like that. But I just want y'all to listen to his energy. Listen to where he was coming from before we talk about what he says after. This is how he feels now.
About David. We can talk about me. We can talk about Canada. But we can't talk about Arrow.
Yes, you cannot talk about Arrow because that's part of your rules. Okay? He's admitting this.
What?
You know what? Let's just fuck this. Yeah, fuck let's go. Right? Let's go. Let's just go.
Okay. So my man was like, yo, forget this. He want all the smoke. He said, I don't care. I know I'm in a union. I know I support it, but I don't care about the rules that I agreed to. Okay. So with that said, and you saw the energy. You saw where this man was coming from with his energy. His coworkers came for his neck. You have one of his coworkers right here, this guy, you know, and they coming at him hard. I've seen producers on Twitter basically saying, I'm gonna remember this, or writer, actors, or whoever. They was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna remember this. But here's the problem I have with his commentary. The problem I have is, again, it's not because he doesn't like striking. He's entitled to that. The problem I have is the fact that he didn't do two other things that were perfectly within his right to do. If you're going to sit here and say, no, wait. I'm going to give him some more credit. I'm going to give him some more credit first because I told y'all saw the energy that he had, right? I'm trying to be fair. Y'all saw the energy he had, and look what happened now. After he got all that backlash from the coworkers, now he like, man, I kind of wish this never came public. Oh man, yeah. Why? Because he just went on TMZ right after all of this. He went on TMZ to just keep talking, and he did say this again. In fairness, I will do anything in my power. And if that's being the first one across the picket line, no pun intended, if that is going to help this process, then I am more than happy to take those slings and arrows. I guess that was a pun there. I would have preferred that these comments never had been made public, but they did. Bruh, you was at a public forum making comments to the public, but now you wish they wasn't public? You act like somebody like revealed some secret video of you talking and made that public. Fan conventions are public. You didn't know? I'm going to still be fair to him. I'm going to still be fair because he did go out of his way to provide more context. And he went on his Instagram and he wanted to really go in after people came for him. People came for him, basically telling him that he failed this city. They came for him and he was like, let me clear up the air. And I'm gonna do my best. I'm not gonna read all of it because it is pretty long. I'll give you the summation here, right? So basically, he was like, look, let me clear up what I said and what I meant. I support my union. I do. I stand with them. This doesn't need much clarity. My support is unconditional and I stand with them. He also goes on to talk about, I do not support striking. This is what he meant. I understand fundamentally why we're here. My off-the-cuff use of the word support is clearly contradictory to my true feelings and my emphatic statement that I stand with my union. Of course, I don't like striking. Nobody does, but we have to do what we have to do. He also goes on to say, I understand why we are striking, but that doesn't mean it isn't emotionally frustrating on many levels for all involved. He says, I'm simply sad that we don't have a chance to celebrate a show that all of us figuratively and literally broke my back for. I choose to stand with my union. When you see me on a picket line, don't whip any hard fruit. Okay, I have given this man every bit of leverage. I've given him every bit of this is his side, okay? I've been as fair as possible with his side. Let me tell you why I still got an issue with this. You had two options. One, in all of that stuff that he said, all his backtracking, all of his context, all of this, you sat here and talked about how you don't like striking. I get it. You talked about how it was a reductive type of thing, like it wasn't a productive way to go about things. I didn't hear not one time an alternative option. Did y'all? Like somebody go through his social media, somebody go through the internet, because we keep receipts. I didn't hear not one time this dude was like, man, I really hate striking because it's not a really good thing to do. This would be better. What would be better? What's the alternative? Like you did all this talking and you didn't say nothing. You just said my feelings hurt because I don't like striking. Duh. Nobody likes not working, but at the same time, nobody likes not getting paid fairly even more. That's a bigger issue, sir. Not having AI copy your likeness and you don't even have a job in the future. Not getting, getting like paychecks of like 27 cents for one of the most popular shows now, with Abbott Elementary, sir. But you talking about striking is emotionally frustrating? Yes, we get that. But at no point did you even say what the alternative should be. So again, if you're gonna vote against it, I get it. You ain't got no other solutions? You ain't got no other alternatives? Like, I don't care what side of politics you are on. I don't care what side of the aisle you pick. But if you're going to sit here and say, yo, I don't like this party and I don't like their policies. Okay, cool. That's fine. What you got to offer? Well, nothing. Shut up. And that's the second option. He could have shut the heck up. Bro, nobody asked you to talk about this. You always have the right to shut the hell up. If you just shut up, nobody be talking about you. Just like we wasn't talking about you last week or last month or last year. Nobody was talking about Stephen Amell. The mere fact that we have a writers and actors strike means we have no news. And that's why we even have to talk about Stephen Amell. I hate that because I would have skipped this a long time ago if we was not in this strike. But this man's hypocrisy is ridiculous. Oh. If you're going to be against something, again, that's fine. Come up with some other alternatives. At least you can get people on your side and be like, oh, oh, you know what? He's right. Maybe we should have done this. Maybe we should have done. That's a good point. Maybe I agree. Maybe I disagree. But at least you're not just talking to the wind. Bro's on something. I don't know. But y'all let me know. How do you feel about Stephen Amell and his backtracking, his context, his feelings? Y'all let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.